So can you explain what you did here to waterproof this basement wall?
Yeah, so obviously our basement wall for the square footage of the house stops here, but we continue the waterproofing all the way down, so it essentially doesn't bleed through the other side of the wall on whatever material we use on that side. This black membrane right here is basically just a waterproofing that gets sprayed, applied to it. So it goes all the way down to the foundation, and it turns out probably 6 or 8 inches.
Like the footer's down there, and it goes
right
over the footer.
Correct. And then at that level, you'll have what I like to use, not everybody does this, but what I like to use is a drain board on top of the waterproofing, which basically what it does is kind of like an egg crate on the backside, and it allows the water to filter down the wall instead of absorbing or sitting up against the wall. This will let it flow and travel all the way down to the bottom of the footing, which is where we have a French drain. At the very bottom, you'll have the French drain pipe with your rock, everything like that at the very base level. So that way, when this actual drain board filters the water all the way through, it's basically traveling directly to your French drain pipe.
So it's not just sitting there.
It's not just sitting.
Do you think you could get away with just either this membrane or just this dimple mat?
You couldn't get away with just the drain board. You could probably get away with just the waterproofing, but I wouldn't recommend it. If this gets missed at all, a little pinhole or something here, this will just help protect that. Right.
Okay.
I would recommend doing both. On a poured wall like this where there's not a living space behind it, obviously it's not as big of a deal. Yeah. But when you're coming into here where this is actually insulation and drywall and things like that, I would definitely do the 2-step versus just doing one. It does get applied on every single one of our houses, even if it's a crawl space or if it's a basement. So if it's a crawl space, we still actually apply that waterproofing. We don't do this. We don't put the actual drain board on there when it's a crawl space, but we still will apply the waterproofing.
Okay, so that's getting it no matter what.
No matter what.
Got it.